playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Watch the run. Switch. Check hot route. Hot.
Now a run with McCaffrey. That's it, strong running. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set. 15's the mark. I got you. Hard. I got you. Check nickel.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Rock it. Check four. Kill. Slip. Mike 15. Hey, lock it. Shit. Check 31.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Any day. Watch the safety creep. Hey, switch gears. Keep it up. Hey, do. Be crippled.
Off play action. Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check out read. Check 52.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 26.
From the gun, Daniels. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 43. 66. Pull it. Half.
To throw, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Check. Check it back. Check it back. Go. Right there. 54. Right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Rip right.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Check 6 guys.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, stand up. Hey, Haywood. Ready? Hit it.
Off the play fake. Daniels. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double up. Squeeze. Leo. Shoot.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 4. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Bam. Check.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. 4 down. Alert.
Go.
Motion. Mike, 4. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hey.
Here I come again. Mike 4. All day, just like that.
Yo. Go.
4. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
6-6. Bullet high.
Bang.
Get it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL.
It got his man complete. A big play there for the Panthers. 47 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
McCaffrey on the counter. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Hey, hold on. Line 54. Line 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On second down, it's Harris, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On second down, this is Harris. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, lock it. Out.
On 3rd and 2, Daniels. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Got it.
Line 15. Watch the run.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Look at me. Door. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Go out. Go.
Check 99.
Hustle.
On first down, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Daniels. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check. Watch the twist.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Single receiver.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end. And back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch QB drop. Hey, watch it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Off play action. Huntley going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey, check 24.
From the gun, Huntley. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the screen. Check low. West. Check hot route. Hot. Check low. Go. Check. Fresno. Check 4. Kill.
Looking to throw. Huntley. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Kill.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We own them. We own them. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check your hot read. Check 52. Any weapon.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Go to base. Hey, defense, let's hop on. Hop on.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 26, check 1.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. K1 short, able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. 70 ending. Watch my board.
So don't say nothing.
66. Run it. Half.
Bridgewater now. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
You pump.
Mike 4. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Back to throw. Huntley. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. Huntley. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Mike 15. Mike 15.
Henry. That's the way. Go. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Go. Shit. Watch the shit.
On 4th down. Huntley. He's going to wind up and air it out. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. On the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check. Out.
On 4th down, Huntley. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, Huntley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they will take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
It's 4th down.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Carolina, it's a hallelujah moment as they pick up their first win following 12 straight defeats. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.